Overthinking is often mistaken for intelligence or responsibility, but in reality, it is usually a misguided attempt at self-protection. Imagine a mother who is deeply afraid that her child will get cold. Out of love and fear, she keeps adding layer after layer of clothing. Ironically, the child's body overheats, and the danger becomes real, not because of the cold, but because of too much protection. That is exactly how overthinking works. Your brain believes it is keeping you safe, but in doing so, it slowly harms you. To understand why this happens, we need to look at how the human brain evolved. Our brains are still wired like those of our ancestors, designed for survival in a dangerous world. Back then, threats were physical and immediate. Wild animals, enemies, hunger. There was no time to analyze. You either ran or fought. Fast forward to today. We no longer face predators in the wild, but our brains haven't fully adapted. A delayed text message, job uncertainty, or a social mistake triggers the same survival response as a life or death threat. Your brain doesn't know the difference. Inside your mind, a silent battle begins. The prefrontal cortex, the rational, decision-making part of the brain, tries to stay in control. But another system, called the default mode network, often malfunctions. It pulls you back into painful memories or throws you into imaginary future disasters. This is overthinking. It usually moves in two directions: toward the past, which creates rumination and regret, or toward the future, which creates fear and anxiety. As this loop continues, your body reacts as if danger is real. Cortisol rises, your heart rate increases, muscles tense, your working memory becomes exhausted. That's why simple tasks start to feel overwhelming. Not because you are weak, but because your mind is overloaded. So why doesn't the brain stop? Because it is obsessed with control. Your brain falsely believes that if it thinks long enough, it can prevent pain. More thinking feels like more power. But most of the things we worry about are outside our control. This is where the concept of circles of control becomes critical. There are things you can control: your actions, your reactions, your habits. And there are things you cannot control: the economy, traffic, other people's opinions, the past. Peace begins when you stop trying to control what was never yours to control, and focus only on yourself. Now, how do you break the cycle of overthinking? First, identify your triggers. Be specific. Is it money, relationships, career? Clarity weakens anxiety. Second, use the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding rule. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you touch, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, 1 thing you taste. This pulls your brain out of imagination and back into reality. Third, practice reverse dialogue. Instead of believing every fearful thought, ask, what proof do I have that this will actually happen? What is one real action I can take right now? Fourth, use scheduled worry time. When anxiety appears, tell your brain, not now, we'll think about this later. Then choose a specific time to worry. You'll be surprised how often the worry disappears before then. Finally, control your breathing. Slow, deep breaths tell your nervous system that you are safe. A calm body creates a calmer mind. You cannot stop thoughts from appearing, but you can stop following them. Think of your mind like a security alarm system. Overthinking is an alarm that is too sensitive. It screams with the same intensity for real danger as it does for a harmless fly on the window. The goal is not to remove the alarm, but to recalibrate it. As long as you are alive, you have the power to choose how you respond to your thoughts.